Oh, wow. It's Greek Harry Potter! Percy Jackson and Olympians, The Sea of Monsters. Now, Percy Jackson and Olympians, The Sea of Monsters is the second book in the series by Rick Riordan, and this movie is loosely based on this book. Now, the book was good. The book was a good story. The movie, not so much. And allow me to go a little bit more in depth about why I don't really like this series and this movie in general. Now, first of all, if people have watched the first movie, you may be thinking along the same lines I'm thinking. What fool greenlit this movie? Now, the first movie wasn't completely horrible, but it definitely did not warrant a sequel. They should have learned their lesson from the American market and the international market. Critic reaction was mixed at best. Audience reaction wasn't a heck of a lot better. And they should have just left it at that. But no, they have to create a sequel because they have to make money. So, this isn't any better or any worse than the first movie, which was a mediocre action movie, to sum it up. Nope, it's a lot worse. It is a lot worse. Now, the acting is really hit or miss here. I mean, Stanley Tucci as Dionysus is good. Chiron was good. Logan Lerman and Jake Abel as the main hero, Percy Jackson, and the main villain, Luke, were bad. They were awful. Brandon T. Jackson, Alexandria Daddario, cannot pronounce that, were good, especially Brandon T. Jackson, and that's it. It's a really mixed bag, according to the cast. Now, the story is not a whole lot better. The story is that this Percy Jackson is arriving at this camp again for half human, half god people. It's their only safe place, and he's getting pretty good at his hero skills, but he hasn't won a whole. He hasn't really stood out. And he's, battling feelings of being inferior, all while the border between monsters and this camp is slowly deteriorating, and if it fully deteriorates, everybody dies because monsters will invade the camp. So, Annabeth, Grover, and Percy have to go and find the antidote for this poison, and they have to figure out who poisoned the tree. Riveting, I know. The story, it's not good. It's just not good. They, again, from the first movie, did weird things with the story for no apparent reason whatsoever. And while I agree that not everything works well translated into a movie or translated into a book, it's still annoying. It's still really annoying. It's like, okay, why did you make that change? And no, it doesn't make for a better movie. So why is it there? So, honestly, the special effects were hit or miss, which is a real downgrade from the first movie. The special effects were fairly good. Like I said, does it have decent acting? No. In fact, the characters in this movie were so stupid, I don't think they possess the intelligence God gave the average cinder block. And that annoyed me, because while I don't expect heroes to be unparalleled geniuses or something, I want them to have a reasonable level of intelligence, and not get into pickles only because they're too stupid to get out of them. What's even worse, besides the fact that this has no good dialogue, plot holes, which, if I were to describe, we'd be here all day listening to, that you could drive a truck through, characters that I thought were too stupid to live, and just statuesque acting. Does it have anything good? No, not really. It's just, and like I said, the worst part is that they are seriously considering having a third movie in this series. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Titan's Curse could still get made someday. Personally, I still hope this series just dies in Tartarus. All in all, this may be a short review, but my final verdict is that this movie is pathetic. It's a pathetic excuse of what would otherwise be just a great, book, and what probably should have been a good movie. And I know people have compared this to Harry Potter, and admittedly in this movie, they don't try to hide the parallels like they did in the first movie, and that it made for some funny points between my friends, but it's just it's Greek Harry Potter, and I'm not going to let that go. It's nothing more than a copy of Harry Potter, only in Greek. So, like I was saying, it's pathetic. All right, just read the book if you're a newcomer, and even if you're a veteran, don't bother braving the movie. Just read the book. Anyway, that is my review of Percy Jackson Olympians: The Sea of Monsters. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys later.